to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me for another one of my videos. So today I've got a really exciting announcement for you all for something I have been working on for the last kind of month or so with my spiritual book publishers, That Guy's House. So as you guys know, as you guys have been on my publishing journey with me, I signed my book deal with That Guy's House last summer, and my book Spiritual Queen came out this January. And Sean, who owns That Guy's House, was also at my Spiritual Queen Summit in January. He spoke, and obviously he met so many of you who have actually subsequently signed with him also, which is amazing news. So when Sean approached me about mentorship, I was like, no. And he was like, Emma, you realise you do that anyway with life coaching? And I was like, oh yeah. So now I've kind of got a good amount of gap in my work schedule over the coming year as such. Now I've got some like important things out the way. I was like, actually, yeah, I think I'm ready for this. And I just felt really called to do it. So without further ado, my announcement is that I am on the lookout for 4 spiritual authors. So you may have seen this on my social media already, but over the last few weeks I have been posting that I'm collaborating with That Guy's House to mentor 4 authors to publish their very own book. So you're going to be a spiritual author, you're going to be a spiritual published author, and you'll be working with me personally one-to-one over the next 10 months to write, to cultivate, to create and birth your book, baby, and then it will be published with That Guy's House. So it's an incredible opportunity, and I feel so privileged and excited to be able to, you know, see your book ideas, to meet you guys, and to then subsequently work with the 4 lucky authors to help them write and birth their book into the world. So my kind of role in that as such is to have 10 one-hour sessions with you each month. No, not each month, but one a month over 10 months is what I meant to say there. So you'll be having 1-hour sessions with me once a month over 10 months, and I will be helping you in that session. I'll be reading your book, reading your chapters that you write. I'll obviously be setting you tasks to write different chapters of your book. We'll be kind of, you know, structuring it, we'll be kind of making sure it's the best that it can be, and obviously you will have my help through that process. I'll also be helping you with like social media marketing, marketing your book, of course, which is super important, and how to make sure you have like the best launch ever. So not only are you going to get the kind of writer support from a fellow author, you're going to get the kind of social media marketing and, you know, all the experience that I have myself. So like I said, I am super excited to be able to bring this opportunity to my followers, to you guys, and to be able to see, you know, your ideas and what books that you want to bring to life. So if this sounds like an opportunity, a sign from the universe, or whatever, you know, whatever you want to call it as such, please do get in touch. So you can email me at emma@emmamumford.co.uk. I'll pop that in the description box down below, and I will send you over all the information. So I'll send you over the information pack of what it entails, what it details, what the specifics are. Then obviously you can let me know whether that sounds good to you. Then all I need at that stage is a book proposal. So if you don't know what to put in a book proposal, I mean, I could do a whole freaking course on that, to be honest, of when I've done my own book proposals for publishers. But you know, this doesn't, you know, I am not like looking for that. Like, I understand that it is a very lengthy process to do a book proposal, and it's very in-depth. So what I'm looking for in that is absolutely at least 1 A4 page of, you know, the structure of your book, the outline of your book, what the story will entail, where you plan to take the story. Like, the more you can tell me about your book, about what we can expect, the better, because then I can get an idea of where you're going with it. If it's a self-help book, so, you know, obviously I've said it's spiritual authors, but, you know, that does include mental health, wellness, self-development, memoir. I think that covers most of the things. So, you know, it doesn't have to be law of attraction spirituality. It can be mindset, it can be wellness, it can be health, it can be a whole array of stuff, but obviously I think spiritual kind of puts it in a nutshell as such. So the more I can learn about your book and you as an author as well. So please put in there like who you are as a person, what you do currently. So obviously I can get a full picture of who you are, what your book's about, and what we can expect. So the more detail, the better. And obviously like who your book's going to be aimed at, and I think that's about it. A name, if you have a name for your book, but don't worry about this stage if you don't have a name for your book. My book changed names 3 times in the process before it went to Spiritual Queen. So my second book's already had 2 names. So, you know, names can change, that's absolutely fine. But to talk you through a bit of the process of how the structure as such will work is, so your book will be published in about a year's time. So when you sign your publishing deal with That Guy's House, if you're one of the lucky 4, you will have about a year until your book is released. So 10 of those months, it may be just a little bit more than a year, I'm not too sure. I need to speak to Sean about obviously whether the 10th call as such of me is the PR and marketing, which it probably will be. So I can imagine about a good solid year will be a good amount of time to get everything done and ready to go. So it doesn't matter whether you partially have your book written, you haven't written a single word. I would say if you have written your entire book, you probably don't need my help with that. So I'm kind of more looking for people who haven't written or have written very little. You know, I'll definitely have a look at people who have written their whole book, but then I do think like I don't want you to waste your time when you've already got your book essentially. So yeah, so it doesn't matter if you've written nothing or you've written a couple of chapters, whatever, that's really good. I will be helping you across the first 10 months to obviously write and get that book up to a standard where it's ready to be published. So we will be structuring it. We will be, you know, I'll be kind of checking over it, making sure, you know, it's all coherent and kind of following along the story or the pattern, making sure that it's structured right. All those sorts of things. And obviously, you know, I can talk you through my process of how I wrote my book, and you know, when the right time to write your book is as well, because that's super important. So yeah, you'll have about a 10-month process for that. It took me 8 months to write Spiritual Queen, but I did have breaks in between that. So if I did it solidly, I reckon it would take me 2-3 months, I reckon, maybe 4 months at a push. So 10 months is like absolutely fine. It's a nice big amount of time where you can have breaks, you can like allow yourself to write and flow when you need to, and obviously, you know, not have it take over your life. So once those 10 months are up, so we'll have 10 sessions together. Obviously one will be including a PR call as well of, you know, press, PR, marketing, social media, all of those things of how to strengthen your brand and how to make sure that your book's going to go out in the strongest, best possible way. You'll be then handed back over to Sean, where him and his team will then work through the kind of bringing the book to life. So it'll be edited, and one of the great things about That Guy's House is that it will be a kind of grammatical, and I mean, I don't know the logical term for it, but I would say like a grammatical edit to make sure it reads properly and is obviously like grammatically correct, rather than a structural edit where people change your voice and remove stuff. And that's the one thing that I loved about Sean, is that he didn't want to change me as an author. He didn't want to change or mute my voice or dull it down to appeal to the masses. You know, that book, Spiritual Queen, came out 100% how I wanted it to. So, you know, don't worry, your work's not gonna be like come back and you'll be like, what is this? That's not my words. Like, it absolutely will be your words, your voice, your message, 100% like authentic to you of what you want to put out there. Within reason, I think, like I would say like asterisks within reason there, of there are some things you can't put in a book. And I'd also say as well about the legal side of stuff, like if you're obviously talking about past experiences or anything of that matter, you know, as my Spiritual Queen book was written, you need to look at the legalities of what you can and can't say. So that can be structurally edited, but the rest absolutely won't be. So yeah, your book will come back from the editors. Then you'll then go through the design process where you get to design your front cover. So again, this is all like your decisions, up to you. You go to the designers with your like kind of ideas and inspiration, and they'll bring it to life for you. And then once you've got your front cover, once everything's ready to go and the interior design of the book is done as well, then obviously the book will be ready to go to pre-order. It will be put on Amazon, Waterstones, Barnes & Noble, and a few other online websites as well. And then your pre-order will start. So then once you have your pre-order, obviously your book will come out, and happy days. So there's obviously loads that I can go into of the kind of process of working with that guide's house, but if this sounds of interest to you, then please do get in touch with me. Like I said, the email's down below. If you have a proposal together because you've watched this video, then send it straight away. Like, that helps me a million times. So yes, get in touch. But I'm setting up calls with potential authors over the next few weeks, so the sooner you can get your proposal to me is the best, because obviously I don't want to miss anything. And also, you know, if you look at the kind of information and you're like, it's just not for me right now, like, that's absolutely fine. I will be taking on more authors probably in another good 10 months time. So, you know, if you're not selected in this time, or, you know, what, for whatever reason, then obviously, like, we can always look at it, you know, when I take my next intake of authors. And also I'm only taking on 4 at the moment, just to kind of see how my work commitments go, because obviously I have a million other things I do in my businesses, so I just didn't want to overcommit myself. So also, you know, along the line I might think, right, I can actually take some more authors on now, this is really manageable. So again, I will get in touch with the people who have said, yeah, let me know as soon as you have a space. And, you know, also if you have a completed book, then you can also come to me and I will obviously set you up with Sean to discuss that, you know, discuss the book deal without having to have the mentorship, because obviously that's, you know, if you've written the book, you don't need that. So, you know, whatever your situation is, get in touch and let me know, and I'll send you over all the information. And yeah, I hope to be working with some of you soon, which would be super awesome. And I can't wait to like see all of these book babies come into the world, which is just amazing that everyone's message is getting out there, and, you know, we can help more and more people. So I'm super thrilled to be doing this with my publishers. I'm super thrilled, yeah, to just, you know, so many of you have already signed with Sean, my, you know, my publisher. So it's nice to see like people who I've seen gone on their journey as my followers are kind of like bringing their book babies to life as well. So amazing. So please get in touch. Well, I know people are saying like a deadline. There's no like fixed deadline as such, but I would say get in touch ASAP. And then I would say like a good week for your proposal, just because in the next couple of weeks I really want to kind of be having those serious conversations where we are kind of moving forward, so that we're not getting to June and then we've like, you know, we've wasted another month as such. So so yeah, I'm setting up calls with people who I'm interested in their proposals over the next few weeks, to, you know, obviously answer any questions you may have. So I can ask you guys questions about your book as well. So yeah, I hope to hear from you guys soon. Super exciting, love doing this, and I'm super excited. Like, it's a new avenue of kind of coaching and mentoring, which I do anyway, but, you know, I've never done it for authors before. So I guess it's like another avenue to explore, which is super exciting for me, because I love helping people, I love reading things, and, you know, I'm just really pumped to be helping these authors, you know, these 4 authors that I'm going to take on, to become a published author and share their message with the world. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below, because I replied to them all, and obviously, like I said, my email to get in touch is down below as well in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. And don't forget you can join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things positivity and Law of Attraction. I hope you have a great week whatever you're up to, and I'll see you in my next video, which will be next week. Lots of love guys.